Business owners afraid to report extortion. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. President of the St. Catherine Chamber of Commerce, Dennis Robotham, says that business owners are afraid to report extortion. Mr. Robotham said small business owners within the parish do not want to make reports to the police as they fear reprisals. His comments follows robberies of armored vehicles and other high-profile robberies in the parish. Mr. Robotham explained that business operators prefer to remain silent and continue to pay extortion as it is felt it is much safer to do so. As it relates to extortion, Mr. Wignall said business owners do not feel that they have many options in their response to crime. Meanwhile, the superintendent in charge of crime, Linton Bailey, said that some St. Anne communities designated as crime hotspots will now be reviewed to determine if they can be cleared for the staging of entertainment events. The police institute entertainment bans in areas where there is tension, which has led to murders and shootings. But during last week's meeting of the St. Anne Municipal Corporation, the police came under fire from Councillor for the Beechertown Division, Ian Bell, for their refusal to grant approval for 5 parties in Parrytown over the Easter holiday. Mr. Bell said that the explanation was that the community remains concerned about criminal activities. Meanwhile, a bench warrant was issued for a woman whose dog attacked a 77-year-old American visitor in Treasure Beach in St. Elizabeth on March 11. Sharon Martini of Treasure Beach is scheduled to appear in the St. Elizabeth Parish Court on May 10th, and it's reported that the American woman was walking along the beach when she was attacked by a pack of dogs. She received several wounds to her back and legs before being rescued by passerby. A report was made to the Pedro Plains Police, and it was confirmed that the dogs belonged to Miss Martini. Reports are that Miss Martini had been warned on several previous occasions to prevent the dogs from straying and attacking people. When the matter was called up in court last Wednesday, the court was informed that the wounded woman had received treatment locally and left Jamaica to continue treatment overseas. The presiding judge then ordered the arrest of Miss Martini. Meanwhile, a man accused of breaking in and stealing $200,000 from a dwelling in Trelawney last week has been charged. 19-year-old Twain Campbell, otherwise called Suck Suck of Spicy Hill in the parish, have been charged with housebreaking and larceny, housebreaking with the intent and malicious destruction of property. Reports are that about 10 a.m. the owner of the house secured the dwelling and left. On her return, she discovered that one of 2 houses on the property had been broken into and money missing. The lock on the grill of the second property was also damaged, and in reviewing CCTV footage of the property, she saw Campbell assessing the house and she made a report to the police. He was accosted during a targeted operation on April 14. Meanwhile, the main suspect in the murder of veteran selector Ricky Trooper's daughter has been captured by police in the United States. Derek Francis, who was being sought in relation to Brianna Destiny McCoy's murder, is now said to be in police custody. The announcement was shared on Bridgeport Police Department's social media pages yesterday. 23-year-old McCoy was found unresponsive in her condominium on April 6 about 11:20 a.m. in Bridgeport. Francis was later named as suspect in the killing. One of 2 men killed by gunmen at a party in Dumfries and St. James on Sunday morning was the intended target police investigations have uncovered. The 2 men have been identified as 33-year-old Adolphus Holder, otherwise called Goldball, from Dumfries, and Giovanni Gordon, 22, from Johnson Hill in Saltmarsh in Trelawney. The men were killed around 1:45 a.m. during a permitted event at a sports bar in Canaan, Dumfries. Police said the gunmen were after Holder, who had fled the area but returned a few days ago, and it was reported that the 2 men were approached by gunmen who opened fire, hitting them several times all over their bodies. Police said initial investigations have indicated that there was an ongoing conflict between family members of Holder and other men from the community. Holder had reportedly fled the area after an attempt on the life of another man there earlier this year, which did not bear fruit. Meanwhile, a teenager has been charged with the recent murder of a man who is believed to have been of unsound mind in Seaview Gardens in St. Andrew. Charges Rohan Davis, otherwise called Dragon. The deceased is 26-year-old Gregory Smith, otherwise called Greg, who was from Yellow Sea Drive in the community. The killing occurred on April 6, sending shockwaves among many people because a video of the vicious incident went viral on social media. Reports are that about 8:25 in the morning, an armed man ran onto a street where Smith was seated and opened gunfire, hitting him multiple times. The shooting was captured on CCTV footage, which soon went viral on social media. And you can see that Jamaica is not a real place at all. It is now a nightmare. On to sports. Jamaica's Reggae Boys will play the United States, Nicaragua, and either Curacao, French Guiana, St. Kitts and Nevis, or St. Martin in Group A during the first round of the 2023 CONCACAF Gold Cup. The tournament opens June 24 and the final is July 16 at Inglewood in California. Other sites and dates for specific group stage matches have not yet been announced. Mexico, Haiti, Honduras, and invited guest Qatar are in Group B, while Costa Rica, El Salvador, Panama, and either Martinique, Puerto Rico, St. Lucia, or Suriname will be in Group C. Canada face Cuba, Guatemala, and either Grenada, Guadeloupe, Guyana, or Trinidad and Tobago in Group D. The United States are reigning champions. In Premier League, Cavalier clap Portmore United 2-0 and jump to 46 points and now take up pole position. Mount Pleasant put on a 5-0 beating of Vere United and moved to third on 42 points, which is 4 behind both Arnett and Cavaliers. Humber Lions won up last place Chapelton Maroons 4-0 and remain in 5th on 39 points. Maroons remain in last on 8 points and will be relegated at the end of the season. In the St. James Derby, Montego Bay United edged Falkland 2-1, while Harbourview and Mullines played to a 1-all draw last night. Harbourview edged Dunbeholden 1-0, bringing them to 46 points, which is the same as Cavalier. And if you ever miss the news on this radio station, please go to YouTube, type in Jamaican Undiluted News, listen, like, share, and subscribe to keep it going. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.